I just realized I never really recorded like a proper intro for this video, so here it is. I am going to talk a little bit about the move and then have clips thrown in because it's not really, like the clips are not really like consecutive. The first couple of videos are getting rid of my car because, so here's the story about that is I was going to sell my car before we left, and in order to sell your car in California, you have to get it smog tested, and I tried to get it smogged and it failed the smog. It failed the smog because it's missing its catalytic converter. There's a couple of theories that we have about this, about why it's missing it, because it passed smog in order for them to sell me the car last year. It was a year ago. And so, the most common theory, or the most like reasonable theory that we've come up with, is that the person who sold me the car probably got it smogged and then took out the catalytic converter, and the reason we didn't notice is because instead of the catalytic converter, there was just a tube there instead, so it wasn't making any noise or anything from it. So yeah, so I couldn't sell my car, so I had to get it junked, unfortunately. So I was gonna sell it for a lot more and help pay rent here now that we moved, but yeah, it just didn't work out. I got some money, but it was just really sad. And I was also doing DoorDash right up until like almost the day before we left. So I'll show you guys some of that footage. So we are in a few days before we're leaving. This is Saturday. We leave on Monday morning. I unfortunately got rid of this car today. It's being junked. It's a long story and it's really sad, but I'm on the way to get decks bathed, and then the tow truck comes to pick up this car. But originally I had the back seats down. Dex! But this dumbass has proved me wrong, that he's an even bigger dumbass than I thought, and kept falling through the seats. So now he gets to sit behind the seats. We decided to do a U-box because it was cheaper, so everything that you're about to see, we had to try to fit somewhere in this U-box. And a couple of the items that you're going to see here we're not actually bringing with us, like the desk here and then the TV stand. The TV stand is our roommates, and a couple of the other things that you see left around, they are our roommates. And whatever doesn't fit into the U-box, we have to try to fit into the car. I'm planning on sitting in the back with Dex so he doesn't freak out and try to go to the front of the car, and then Gabe's gonna sit in the front with Blair. So whatever doesn't fit into the U-box is gonna have to be able to fit into Gabe's car. But we pretty much got most of it. There's only a few things that we had to leave behind and just toss because they didn't fit into either one, but yeah. It's our last day before we leave. We still got some stuff left to pack, but we are getting packed up so we can leave tomorrow morning. Check out this hair, dude. I need to fix it, but I just woke up not too long ago. I ended up getting to bed at like 2 a.m. unfortunately, like after 2 a.m. and we woke up at 6:30, and we are getting all of the last minute things packed up, like throwing away some things, getting Dex in, getting Blair in, and still trying to keep on track to leave at around 8. So we'll see. Look at Gabe and Blair. We are hitting the road. Hey guys, we're currently in Utah, just finished driving around 8 hours. We made a stop in Reno and then another small town in Nevada, and we're just stopping here for the night. I'm gonna start driving first thing tomorrow morning. Gabe is out going and he's picking up some food because we can't leave the pets unattended, and places are going to start to close soon because of the time change, because we're an hour time change now, and we've also just been driving for like 8 hours ish minus breaks. And Dex is here. Hi pup. And I'm gonna give him his food, actually. I forgot about that. So I got his food all wet so he can eat his food. Hey pup. There you go. And then Blair is in the bathroom. I'm trying to make sure she gets used to this place. She's not too scared. But yeah, I will keep you guys posted on how the rest of it goes. Good morning, everybody. So today we have around a 6-hour drive to Colorado. We're gonna go through Salt Lake City and maybe make a stop there. It's only around 2 hours away from where we are, and then probably make one more stop before we get there, unless we can just make it all the way there. But today's a really easy day. And you know, I think this is the shortest day that we have to drive, and I just woke up, took him out and walked him, and then got some breakfast. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Hey guys, so we are headed to Colorado. We just left our place in Utah this morning, and we had a 6-hour drive. But currently we're over halfway. We got an hour-ish, hour and a half drive left, and along the way, when we were gonna stop in Salt Lake City, I was gonna take more videos, Blair decided that she really needed to take a shit, and then we stopped to get her these disposable litter boxes and litter and stuff, and then she didn't want to take a shit. So we spent like an hour there trying to get food, trying to get Blair to go to the bathroom and everything, and then we made another stop along the way, and because Blair kept meowing and she still didn't go to the bathroom, so yeah, now she gets to hold it for the entire rest of the way. But we are arriving a little later than we were expecting, but we'll still be arriving pretty early because this is our shortest day. It's supposed to be a 6-hour drive, and then tomorrow is going to be a little bit longer of a day, but like it's just me out here. Dex gets a chance to pee. Apparently there are prairie dog holes around here. I saw a frog last night. I think it's a good sign. Good morning, guys. So we made it to Colorado last night. There was just a lot to do and we were exhausted after a full day, so I didn't record too much. But after, like day 3, Blair finally pooped. So we don't have to worry about her fucking up the car. So, whoop. Yeah, so it looks like our day yesterday was we just woke up and got some breakfast from the free breakfast thing that they had at our hotel. And then we were on the road. We made a couple stops. We made a stop in Salt Lake City for Blair and for us to grab some food, but mainly just because we needed to get some things for Blair, for her litter box and stuff. We made a random stop in Thompson Springs, Utah, and then we are now across the border to Colorado last night, or yesterday, not really last night. Then we stopped, got everything loaded up in the hotel, and then me and Gabe were looking for places to eat. Not that there wasn't a ton around, but there's just nothing we were interested in, so we ended up going to like Subway, which was across the street, and we just walked. Our last hotel, we couldn't leave our pets unattended, and this one we could, so we were gonna take advantage of that. So we walked across the street and got food at Subway, and then I tried to do some work last night for my clinical requirements for dental school, but there just really wasn't any time to do that when we were too tired. So I just showered and walked Dex and went to bed. But today we're gonna grab some more breakfast and from the free breakfast place here, and then we are going to hit the road, maybe make a stop in Denver, around 4 hours away from Denver, and then we'll be headed to Kansas today. So I will keep you guys updated and we'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to say, look at this view. Man, if I ever come back here, we'll see. Apparently this part of the drive is supposed to be the prettiest out of all of our drives, so we'll see. Hey guys, so we just drove through Colorado and arrived and drove through Kansas. We had breakfast at the hotel and then drove to Denver. Also, Blair finally fucking pooped and woke us up at like 5 in the morning to poop. But I'm glad that she did because now we don't have to like worry about her popping in the car. And I don't mean pooping in the car, I mean like her internal organs popping. But she was meowing a bit on the ride, and she was meowing until we gave her blanket, and then she stopped meowing. So I guess she was just meowing because she wanted her blanket. She began meowing later, but the blanket calmed her down for a bit. So she had her little kitty blankie, and it was her safety blanket. But we drove through Colorado. It was really pretty. Colorado is a really pretty state. I love it there. And also, I think my dad was just telling me how we actually drove through not even the prettiest part of Colorado, but we drove into Denver. We stopped in Denver. I got pierogies. Gabe got Raising Cane's, and we ended up parking in their parking lot, or like stopping and eating outside. It was pretty hot, and Dex was like being really whiny to get to me. He has really bad separation anxiety, so he's really whiny to get to me, and burnt his little paws because he wouldn't want to wait in the shade because he wanted to get to me. But we stopped there and ate outside with Blair and Dex, Blair in her crate and everything. And then we drove to here. We stopped around 30 minutes before to stop at an IHOP because there's just not much here in Quinter, Kansas. So there wasn't really much here to eat. There was Dairy Queen, but it closed at 8 p.m. and we got here around 8 p.m. We also experienced another time change. And Kansas is just not the place for me. It ain't for me. Not here. Not it. Not settling here. Ain't the place. But we got IHOP and got settled into our hotel for today. It's getting late. Hi, Blair. It's getting late outside right now, as you can probably see. Oops. Blair and Dex. Yeah, so we just got here, we ate, settled in. Gabe called his mom, I called my dad, and then Gabe's in the shower right now, so I'm gonna shower and go to bed. It's like 9:16, it says, and we are I know it's like 7:16 California time, but I'm trying to get used to the time zones as we change, and honestly, experiencing it slowly has helped with time change. But yeah, so tomorrow we are driving to Missouri. We might stop in Kansas City and see one of my friends who goes to UMKC dental school, so that might happen, and that would be cool. It's a stop, I think, like 4 hours away. I'll look in a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna shower, go to bed, keep you guys updated. Hey guys, so fucking Gabe. So this morning we ate breakfast in Quinter, Kansas, and then we headed out to Kansas City and met up with a dental school friend that I have that's there. They go to the dental school at UMKC Dental School. So we grabbed food, we grabbed Subway, and then kind of met them at a park and we're talking for a while. It was pretty cool to meet a stranger, a stranger friend. But then after that, we were only had a 2-hour drive to our place here in Missouri, and we're settled for the night. And the place that we're staying at had free dinner, so we went down, grabbed some dinner, and had free drinks. And Gabe's over here on the the bed, and he's drunk because of the free drinks. Fucking Gabe. But yeah, so we're just settled here for the night. I think today was only like a 6-hour drive, but since we stopped in Kansas City, we spent like, I don't know, like over an hour there. So it was a little bit longer. We arrived here a little bit later, but I don't have any regrets. That was really fun to hang out and take a break from driving for a bit to hang out with a friend. And then tomorrow is our 10-hour drive. So we're gonna be up early in the morning, hopefully get a good sleep. We're driving through the rest of Missouri, and then we go through Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and then we stop in West Virginia for the night. We're experiencing a time change, so not only is it 10 hours, but then there's an extra hour for time change. So technically it's like 11 hours. So longest day of the trip, and then the day after is a 4.5-hour drive to Baltimore, which is our last stop. So I'll let you guys keep you guys updated. So while we were driving through Illinois, we happened to be in Indiana. We missed the sign, so this is my recording of us in Indiana, because there wasn't, either we missed it because of the trucks or something, but it's been a long drive. Been on the road for a little while now. I mean, we went through Missouri, we went through Illinois, now we're in Indiana. We have to go through Ohio, and then we'll be in West Virginia where we're stopping for the night. But, you know, this is the drive. It's been a long, windy road. We still got a lot of hours left. And, yeah, keep you guys updated. adjusting the AC in the front seat. You can barely feel it in the back seat with all the shit we have in the car. So I'm covering myself out from all the sun. It's fucking hot. Dex is here breathing. His breath stinks. It's giving me a headache. We're in a bad place. We're in a bad place. Also, Dex's water is still full and he still can drink it, but he decided to lay in it instead. So he got himself wet. This dumbass. Hey guys, we got to West Virginia pretty late, but we're here now. We just checked into the hotel. We're getting everything up. Got Gabe's parking the car, and have a lot to talk about. So after our longest day, like 10 hours driving and stopping and seeing a friend in the St. Louis area, Gabe's friend, and a couple stops, we went through the rest of Missouri because we were in the middle of Missouri, and then we went through Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and now we're in like a tiny little sliver of West Virginia. Tomorrow I'm not sure exactly what path we're gonna take, it just depends on traffic, but tomorrow we will be in Maryland finally. We got here really late because obviously 10 hours of drive time plus an hour time change. We got here pretty late, so we're gonna probably pass out, like take a shower, pass out, and then tomorrow we will finish our drive to Maryland. Hey guys, what's up? It is early. It's especially early for Pacific time, but it's like 7 a.m. Eastern time, which I don't even know when's the last time I woke up that early. I mean, obviously during this entire trip, but before that I was on the night shift because I was doing DoorDash, so like it's been an adjustment. Blair's in the window. We got a kitty in the window. Let me see if I can, there we go. And then Dex is down here. So we got the rest of our drive to Maryland today, and then we have some stuff to do in order to set up a permit. I have to call and figure out if the water and electricity are actually on, because I don't know if that's something I have to set up. I tried calling yesterday, but they weren't able to even give me answers. So they said they were gonna call me back, and they haven't yet. and we're gonna be there today. So it's like, I don't know, but we're gonna have to go pick up the router, like go set up internet there. Like that's, you know, number one thing. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, sorry, the lighting was weird. I got a major bedhead, so I need to get my hair together before we get there. We are not eating breakfast here. Not anything against here, but things against here. This place is like, it's good, it's a stop, but ain't the most cleanly. Yeah, there's some things that are broken and stuff. It's a stop to stay, but you know, we've stayed at nicer places along this entire trip. But it's our last day, so it doesn't really matter too much. We just needed a place to sleep, needed a place for the pets, you know. But yeah, we are on our way to Maryland today. I will film once we get in the state. I don't know exactly what route. We're probably gonna go through Pennsylvania, stop at Waffle House for breakfast. And I don't know the route today. I think it's more like to Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia, and then over to Maryland again. The route is really like convoluted, but it'll get us there in like 4 or 5 hours, 4.5 hours. I'll check the time. But yeah, we'll be there a little later today, which is just like so exciting, so nice. Once we were on the road, I saw fireflies or lightning bugs, and like literally freaked out because I don't know, I was just hit with like a wave of happiness and shit that I haven't felt since I was a kid. It was real nice to actually experience all of that again. There's just so much about here that reminds me of like happy times. So that'll be one for the therapist. But it was such a nice experience. Like, oh man, I hope I enjoy here. I'm so excited to be here finally. Like, I was so scared and I didn't really have any like positive feelings about starting dental school or being here, but I was hit with all of them at once, and I'm super excited to be here. So that's definitely great. All right, well, I'm gonna fix this hair and then get ready to go. So we are on the last part of the road trip. We got Dex loaded up. Look at his little hand. But here's where we stayed. Cool place. And then Gibbs on the road. I can't, there we go. Cool. We're on the road. We're going to stop at Waffle House, which is in Pennsylvania.
For 22 miles.
And 22
continue straight
miles. We're staying on the 70. But we're going to stop at Waffle House. Then we only have around less than 4 hours after that to go, like 3.5 hours after Waffle House, and we'll be there. So, good times. Keep you guys updated. I'll show you guys a little bit around West Virginia and Pennsylvania, because there's only like 10 minutes of West Virginia left, and then we'll go peek back into it and then cross to Maryland afterwards. So, all right. and everything. So we are just getting settled in. We drove from West Virginia. We stopped along the way at Waffle House and for breakfast, and then continued on. We got here at around like 2 p.m.-ish, and came in, and the whole entire ride Dex was completely fine. But then as soon as we got into the lobby of our apartment complex, he fucking barfed. So it's like, oh god. Anyway, so we had to clean that up, and then got our keys. We spent the rest of the day moving in, like moving everything out of the car into our apartment. So it's kind of a mess right now, but we'll get moved in. And then immediately we had to go get Wi-Fi. Like, Wi-Fi was the most important thing on our list to do today. So we went to Xfinity and we got our Wi-Fi set up, and then I ordered food over DoorDash, so I'm gonna be getting my food soon. Yeah, I am finally here. Oh, and then I took Dex for a walk because our apartment building has an inside dog park. So I'm super grateful. This place is so cool. I am definitely going to make an apartment walkthrough, whatever it is, apartment thing, once we get moved in. And I'm gonna do an apartment tour as soon as we move in. We get our U-Box delivered on Monday, and because of a lot of different things, we end up having to hire movers, so that'll make life a little bit more easier. We're gonna move everything in on Monday, and then hopefully after that, we'll figure out exactly what we need to buy. We're probably gonna do an IKEA run, a Target run, and get everything kind of settled in. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll keep you guys posted on everything that's happening. Now that I'm here, I am in the state and city that my dental school is in, and I'll be starting dental school on August 8th, or orientation on August 8th. So I will keep you guys updated, and hopefully I'll be able to film a little more dental school content. That's super exciting. Yeah, but in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
And it goes a little something like